France 2, Morocco 0. The same scoreline, the same opponent, 4 years apart. But this time, the circumstances were different, and so was Morocco's performance. Today, no excuses, no propaganda, just the honest truth. Welcome back. Kylian Mbappé had a goal and an assist after missing a first-half penalty. Ousmane Dembélé scored the other. France beat Morocco 2-0 in the World Cup quarterfinals at Boston Stadium. France held a 22-5 advantage in total attempts, 8-1 in shots on target. Morocco's XG for the entire match was 0.14, compared to France's 3.04. These are not numbers that tell the story of a match decided by a referee or a moment of bad luck. These are numbers that tell the story of a better team winning. And today, we are going to talk about that, honestly, respectfully, and with the full context this Morocco team deserves. Let's start with the facts of the match itself. Mbappé had the first shot on goal in the 4th minute. France were the dominant side from the first whistle. In the 25th minute, Mazraoui brought down Mbappé in the box. A penalty was awarded after a lengthy VAR review. And then, the moment that briefly gave Morocco hope. Mbappé's penalty toward the right corner was corralled by Bounou, who guessed the direction correctly. At that point, 0-0. Penalty saved. Morocco still alive. And for a while, the first half remained tight. Morocco's best opportunity came just before halftime, when Hakimi sent a free kick from just outside the box past the right post. One real chance. Hakimi's free kick. That was as close as Morocco came to threatening Maignan. The second half told a different story. Mbappé's curling shot into the far corner in the 60th minute gave France the lead. His 8th goal of the tournament. 6 minutes later, Mbappé laid the ball into the path of Dembélé, who curled a low shot past Bounou to put the game beyond Morocco. 2 goals, 6 minutes. And from that moment, Morocco never truly threatened again. Now let's talk about why this happened. Wahhabi made a decision before this match that surprised everyone, including the Spanish press who had been analyzing Morocco all tournament. He abandoned the possession-based system that had served Morocco so well. The pressing identity, the high line, the aggressive midfield block. Against France, Morocco sat deep, compact, defensive. A low block designed to prevent Mbappé and Dembélé from finding space. The plan worked for 59 minutes. France dominated possession but couldn't score. Bounou saved the penalty, and Morocco showed genuine resilience. But here is the problem with a purely defensive approach against the most lethal attack in the tournament. France held a 13-1 advantage in shots on goal in the first half alone. Les Bleus dominated from the first whistle. When a team fires 13 shots to your 1 in a single half, the question is not if they will score, it's when. And when they did score, Morocco had no attacking infrastructure left to respond with, because the players who make Morocco dangerous going forward, Saibari, Ezzalzouli, were absent, and the system that creates those dangerous moments, the possession game, the high press, the quick transitions, had been set aside for this match. Morocco XG of 0.14 is the clearest evidence of how restricted Morocco's attacking threat was, the lowest figure for any team in a quarterfinal this tournament. Now let's talk about why this happened. Wahhabi made a decision before this match that surprised everyone, including the Spanish press who had been analyzing Morocco all tournament. He abandoned the possession-based system that had served Morocco so well. The pressing identity, the high line, the aggressive midfield block. Against France, Morocco sat deep, compact, defensive. A low block designed to prevent Mbappé and Dembélé from finding space. The plan worked for 59 minutes. France dominated possession but couldn't score. Bounou saved the penalty, and Morocco showed genuine resilience. But here is the problem with a purely defensive approach against the most lethal attack in the tournament. France held a 13-1 advantage in shots on goal in the first half alone. Les Bleus dominated from the first whistle. When a team fires 13 shots to your 1 in a single half, The question is not if they will score, it's when. And when they did score, Morocco had no attacking infrastructure left to respond with, because the players who make Morocco dangerous going forward, Saibari, Ezzalzouli, were absent, and the system that creates those dangerous moments, the possession game, the high press, the quick transitions, had been set aside for this match. Morocco XG of 0.14 is the clearest evidence of how restricted Morocco's attacking threat was, the lowest figure for any team in a quarterfinal this tournament. This is perhaps the most important context of all. Ismail Saibari, Morocco's top scorer in the tournament with 3 goals, Bayern Munich's newly signed €55 million forward, did not play. Injured against Canada. 4 days to recover. He didn't make it. And Abdesamad Ezzalzouli, one of the most in-form wide players in European football this season, the player who could have been Morocco's weapon on the left flank against France's right side, was also absent. Think about what those 2 absences mean. Against Brazil, Saibari's movement and directness troubled one of the world's best defenses. Against Scotland, his goal won the match. Against Netherlands, his penalty sent Morocco through. Against France, without him, Morocco had no reliable finishing threat. No runner in behind, no one to make France's defensive line pay for stepping up. And Ezzalzouli on the left would have given France's right side, where Dembélé operates, a genuine problem going the other way. Instead, France could throw Dembélé forward without fear of the counter. The honest truth is this: Morocco went into the biggest match of their tournament without 2 of the 3 players most central to their attacking identity. That is not an excuse, but it is essential context. Before we move on, let's give credit where it is absolutely due. Bounou made a crucial save to deny Mbappé's first-half penalty. Mbappé hit a tame penalty toward the right corner. Bounou guessed the direction correctly and made it look straightforward. A goalkeeper who saves Mbappé penalty in a World Cup quarterfinal, in front of 64,000 people, with everything at stake, is not a goalkeeper who had a bad tournament. Yassine Bounou has been one of the best players in this entire World Cup. The Netherlands penalty shootout, the Canada first-half save, an Mbappé penalty saved in Boston. His tournament was exceptional. His performance in the quarterfinal was not his fault. Now let's zoom out, because after a painful result, it is easy to lose perspective. In getting this far, the Atlas Lions became the first African team to qualify for the quarterfinals in successive World Cups. Let that sit for a moment. Morocco drew with Brazil, beat Scotland, beat Haiti 4-2, eliminated Netherlands on penalties, beat co-host Canada 3-0. 5 matches, extraordinary moments. A squad that showed the world that what happened in Qatar was not an accident. It's been another successful tournament for the Atlas Lions. They avoided defeat against Brazil, beat the Netherlands on penalties, and reached another quarterfinal. It's safe to say they have momentum to build on ahead of co-hosting the World Cup in 4 years' time. 4 years. Morocco co-hosts the 2030 World Cup. The next generation. Bouhaddi at 22, El Ainaoui at 27, Ounahi at 27, and players we haven't seen yet will play in front of their own people. This tournament was not the end of something. It was a confirmation. One more thing needs to be said clearly. There will be voices in the coming days calling for Mohamed Wahhabi to be removed, criticizing his decisions, comparing this Morocco unfavorably to the 2022 team under Regragui. Let the record speak. Under Wahhabi, Morocco drew with Brazil, eliminated Netherlands, reached a second consecutive World Cup quarterfinal. Reached the quarterfinals with a squad missing its top scorer and 2 key starters through injury in the decisive match. The record is more than good. The record is historic, losing to the best attacking side in the tournament, France, who boasted 14 goals in their previous 5 matches before this game, led by Mbappé with 8 goals and Dembélé with 5, is not a failure. It is a result. And Morocco's results across this tournament have been remarkable. France 2, Morocco 0. Mbappé, Dembélé. A dominant attacking display from a team that may be on its way to becoming world champions. And a Morocco team that gave everything, missing key players, adapting tactically to face the best attack in the tournament, and ultimately fell to a side that was simply better on the night. That is the honest truth. And the honest truth also includes this: Morocco are building something, generation by generation, tournament by tournament. Their wait for a first World Cup semi-final appearance since Qatar 2022 continues, but the foundation is stronger than ever. Bouadi is 18, El Ainaoui is 24, Ounahi is 25. Saibari just signed for Bayern Munich. The next chapter is already being written. Subscribe for full Morocco World Cup 2026 coverage, and stay with us as we look ahead to what this generation will build next. Drop a comment below. What was your proudest moment of Morocco's 2026 World Cup campaign?